Welcome to Superchat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. The very first channel that we're looking at today is Rushing Wind Mountain, and they are a very long time friend. They've been with us over 4 years now, and this creator is here for just about every stream. Now, I know not everybody can be, and we're on for 3 hours, so I know everybody can't, necessarily be here for the whole time we're streaming. And I do appreciate every moment. We've got a few friends that run the stream in the background, and I appreciate that as well. But Rushing Wind Mountain is somebody who's not only so supportive here, they literally seem to be everywhere all the time. Over all these years, I run into them constantly when I'm out supporting other creators, bouncing in between premieres and live streams, because they're doing the same thing. The creator behind this channel's name is Ruby, and you might see them referenced by name here in the chat frequently, as well as other places. Pardon me, what this channel brings is nature and wildlife videos from the Pacific Northwest, and they've been doing this the whole time, actually. 700 videos now, actually. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and growing rapidly. We can see that they post frequently. They've been putting out a lot of shorts, actually, and I just checked out a couple of these, but they've got a premiere coming up, and that's going to be in a few days. I set the notification for that because we set notifications for everything we see, premieres and live streams, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. And I'm just going to take their latest video here, one of them, and I'm going to put this in my special playlist that I use. It's called my catch-up list, but that's just for me to keep caught up with creators or try to get caught up when I need to. Playlists can be a great tool for that. When we look at Rushing Wind Mountain, we're going to see a lot of people might use the term ASMR, where this channel's somewhat in that ballpark because they bring us pleasing audio and pleasing visuals as well. You get an idea when I roll over a few of these things what they're bringing to us. The wildlife is more found in some of the shorts videos here that have done really well. You might find some humorous moments if you dig through these. 11,000, 12,000, even 16,000 views on one of them, and then live streams are something that they do fairly frequently as well. They've experimented both with horizontal and vertical live streams, and I'm sure that will continue. Hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain. We're going to push them towards their next milestone. And welcome everyone. I've got quite a few names on the wheel already. I'm going to add some more in a moment. Rushing Wind Mountain was put up today first. They came into the last live stream right at the very end before I had a chance to put their channel up on the screen. But they're a long time friend. We see them regularly. Wayne's World Unlimited dropped a super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. I've got Scratch and PPA, Michael's Adventures, and Canadian Family Life all at the top of the wheel. They're members and moderators. And Butler Family Farm was early in the door, so we've got them on there as well. I see Blessed to Crochet is coming in. Home Bartending with John is going to get added to the wheel because we add members as soon as we see them in the chat. And then over time, I will add more names to our wheel from our chat list, and that's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. Ace Flaw 1 Andy might still be in the house. Cali King 916 from Sacramento's here. Bella's Whisper Farmstead is with us all the time. Cindy Dimanche, good to see you in the house. Driving Daily is here just about every day. Evangelist Melvina Thomas is a longtime friend, and Fever Dream Animation is posting frequently. Jevin Richardson and Gia Chia Tortilla are here with us frequently. Little Legos here for almost every stream. New Horizons Above and Beyond the same, and Official 1SP is actually a longtime friend who's been making frequent appearances. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is Shane, another fellow Canadian I met up with this summer, and Fairbrick Studio is another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Shades of Grey is in the house, and Wheats Art is also with us, as well as a brand new channel, T420 Steffi. Hopefully you're feeling welcome. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And when we look at Wayne's World Unlimited, we see a creator from the UK, and they bring a lot of outdoor content. They really kind of mix things up. It's almost pure variety over here. But Wayne's World Unlimited does something that's very unique in the Superchat family. What he does is puts outtakes or bloopers together in a separate video for a lot of his long form content, which is really cool to see. I know a lot of people enjoy bloopers and outtakes and things like that, and Wayne's World Unlimited brings a unique twist to that by putting them in separate videos. But this creator, like I said, is usually outdoors, lots of stories to be told. I see they've got a new video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That will give me a chance to see what he's got with his latest release. Live stream is an experiment. We'll see if he's going to continue those. And then shorts feature pure variety, but he's done really well, getting into 10,000, 13,000, one at almost a quarter of a million views, 244,000, which is great to see. Now, hopefully everybody will connect with Wayne's World Unlimited. He'll be at 900 subscribers very, very soon. We'd love to just get him a little bit closer to that today. And then Bobby Jean Lane TV, thank you so much for the super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated always. And Wayne's World Unlimited was put on the screen right away for the same reason. We always look at super chatters and membership gifters as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel again shortly. I've got Blessed to Crochet queued up and ready to go next. And we'll see what Bobby Jean Lane TV's been doing on their channel lately. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Butterroll Boutique is in the house, and PK Adventure Travels, good to see you as well. When we look at Bobby Jean Lane TV, they say they're bringing us mukbang, vlogging, hauls, beauty, lifestyle. They're doing their own thing, it says. And they give us a little bit more information on their About section, including the idea of taking questions. There are 5,000 subscribers right now. They're actually a longtime friend, so it's great to see you in the chat today. I'm just behind in the video, so I'm going to grab your latest Vlogmas. And I say it every day lately, but you got to hand it to anybody who can put together a daily series of videos. That happens often during October, during the Christmas season. Other creators get into collaborations and things like that, but it's great that you've got this done, especially when we're going to see an Amazon haul. I hope you're an affiliate because you can benefit from that kind of thing as well. If not, it's something to look into, but Bobby Jean Lane TV has been at this for a while, so they definitely understand all of those different things when it comes to monetization, I'm sure, as well. And then when we get to shorts, we see that they've gotten into 14,000 on several of these, even though they're pure variety, and then live streams on the channel as well. So it's been a couple of months, but they stream frequently, so we'll see if they're going to bring these back. And hopefully everybody will connect with Bobby Jean Lane TV. Like I said, this is a longtime friend, and it's good to have you back in the house, and thank you for the extra generosity. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. They dropped a super chat, so we looked at their channel right away. Next up is Blessed to Crochet. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And our dear friend Moz6510 Models is dropping another super chat, and I laugh because in our interview, he's part of the interview series that I talk about every day now, And he actually, in the clip that I play, mentions the idea that he often will come in and drop a super chat just to either get on the wheel or skip the wheel or whatever we happen to be doing. So we'll definitely look at that channel next. He has been an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and he actually inspired the video series that I'm talking about. So I'll play a clip from that interview in another 10 minutes or so, and hopefully everybody will connect with Moz6510 Models from the UK, and he will talk to us about scale modeling and YouTube. As a matter of fact, he is very knowledgeable and offers to share his knowledge with others, as you'll see. Blessed to Crochet is a creator that wants to bring connection between influencers, creators, and other supporters. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos here. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I believe this is another Christmas series as well. So there we go, almost a Vlogmas type idea with advent calendars. And Blessed to Crochet is always going to bring us spiritual inspiration. We'll look at the shorts on the channel and see that they've got some fiber arts, fiber crafts, and a bit of variety, getting into 10,000 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel. They've got these set up for the whole month. So like I keep saying, we always set notifications for everything we see, whether they're live streams or premieres, even though we have the notification bell set for every channel that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as possible as well. The Bud Files is in the house. Rainy Ridge is also here. I'm putting them both onto the wheel. We'll look at Moz6510 Models right now and see what they got going on today. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Superchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. When we look at Moz6510 Models, like I said, this is a creator that brings us scale modeling, and you know, this is an activity obviously that can be done by people of all ages, but if you can catch him for a StreamYard panel, you're going to find a full grid most often with lots of discussion about scale modeling, the tools that are used, the technology, the companies, and the new kits that are distributed. And when we get to Moz6510 Models channel, I've been lucky enough to catch him working on the workbench. Yeah, there we go, like one of these live streams right here. And he will also unbox and describe a lot of the different model kits that are out, talk about the companies behind them, the changes that have gone on over the years. And he's got some shorts over here that have done really, really well. 24,000, 26, 48,000, and one at 95,000 views, which is great to see. And then when we look at his videos, we get an idea of the different things that he's bringing us with the scale models that he talks about on his channel. And he's also extremely knowledgeable. So like I said, he inspired the video series I'm going to talk about in a second here. Coffee Walks and Whatever, good to see you in the house. Kicking It with the Rooks, nice to have a check mark in the house. They've done really, really well. They've got an explosive video on their channel, and now that my work season has started to finally, after me months of saying it over and over and over again, it started to wind down a little bit. So I'm hoping to get a chance to talk to Kicking It with the Rooks so that they can talk about their success and why their channel has grown so fast this year. Oh my dear goodness, wow. Moz6510 Model says YouTube just dropped their 2024 viewing data, and it's massive. Users are streaming 1 billion plus hours of content daily on their TVs now. So that's something that's picked up over a long period of time. I mean, you don't need me to tell you, it's obvious, but we do have to keep it in the forefront of our mind that people are watching on different devices. YouTube's put a lot of focus on shorts, vertical live streams, which tells us they're focused on phones and tablets and things like that. My analytics tell me that everybody here in the Tuber Chat family might be about 60% on a tablet or phone, which is surprising to me. I figured most of us would be on computers, but it depends on what you're comfortable with. And I know a lot of people will use a phone or a tablet to watch and then go to a computer to edit. That's an example of something that can be done. But we have to keep in mind, not everybody watches YouTube the way that we do. I think everybody might be surprised to know that I watch fewer shorts than probably everybody in the Tuberchat family, because I'm on a computer so much. If I'm on YouTube at all, I am probably sitting in front of a computer. So Mod6510 Model shares other knowledge with us. Thank you again for the super chat, by the way, my dear friend. Absolutely unnecessary, very much appreciated. He's done that kind of thing countless times before. So has Leonica. That will be the next channel that we look at. But what I want to show you right now is a clip from that interview series that I was talking about. Mod6510 Models inspired that series by offering to share knowledge, because he's been there longer than me, or longer than Superchat as a channel, but he offered to share his knowledge, and he has been instrumental in some of the experiments that we've gone through over the years when it comes to playlists and watch hours and thumbs up and leaving comments and everything else. So hopefully everybody will connect with Mod6510 Models, but I'll give you an example of what he shares. In this interview series, I asked the featured creators for their opinion. These conversations go on for an hour to 2 hours long. All of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. Well, thank you for that. So it's interesting that we're talking about shorts already. We've got a lot to go over today. But since you've mentioned it, that's one thing that I was planning to ask, is the idea that you can give us, regardless of, a lot of people are going to have different opinions about whether shorts are helpful. Some creators have broken off into separate shorts channels and things like this. But in your experience, now going through what you have with shorts, what advice can you give to somebody just in the beginnings of their YouTube journey before their 10,000 subscribers, so that they can have the best chance of making shorts work for them as opposed to against them?
So ultimately, you've got to have a passion in what you're doing. There's no point in, say, I'm going to do videos on fixing cars when you have no idea on how to fix cars.
Yes.
Okay. I am more shocked at what people are willing to sit there and watch than actually do it. I did over the Christmas period, I was given a huge model to build, and I live streamed it. It's not quite finished yet. I've still got another day on it, so it'll be another 8 years. I was basically doing 4 to 6 hour live streams of building this kit, and people were turning up every day, having me in their background or in the background, watching me and listening to me while I was effing and jeffing at this kit. You know what I mean? And if they've got a passion for what you're doing, they're more likely going to watch that passion from you and push. So if you are going to set up a YouTube channel today, if your passion is walking, record it.
Yes.
But make sure that you envelop and make sure that what you're saying and what you put in the video is aimed at the audience. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. When I do a YouTube video, I don't think I'm talking to 50,000 viewers.
Yes.
I'm talking to one person.
Right.
So if you create a video of your passion, make it personal, that you're talking to that one person that's watching you. If you see what I mean, you are just talking to one person. So create the video for your best friend. So he's going to say, and people will become endowed by that. They'll listen to that because you'll be like their friend as well. So that's my one tip, I think, is to make sure that you make the videos not personal in your life, personal about what's on the footage,
yes,
and that you're basically making that video for your best friend.
Right. That's great advice too.
Yeah.
Each person, yes, is looking through their own set of eyes, regardless of who they're with.
Yeah.
And we're just about back. We're going to look at Leonica now. Hopefully everybody enjoys those clips that I play from our interview series. I hope to expand the series soon. When I started, YouTube changed their system a little bit, and I had to decide whether or not we're going to continue with that, because now they got the promotion system. We see a lot of channels growing quickly, but we'll see. So we've got a couple of friends like Kicking It with the Rooks who I, have mentioned it to, and then so hopefully they'll be able to join us, possibly even as early as January. So, like I said, it's great to see a check mark in the house. They have grown explosively, and anybody can head to their channel and see what is up over there. But they had an incredible video that just went like through the roof, and the channel has continued from there. So Leonica dropped a super chat, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So thank you again, Leonica, and my dear friend Mod6510 Models. And then Leonica is going to bring a few different things on their channel. They let us know they might bring some gaming reviews, some online shopping, a little bit more, a lot of live streaming actually. So there's got a few videos here. When we look at shorts over here though, it's pure variety, and they've expanded these actually. I think they've put a couple more out. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but it looks like there might be a couple of newer ones there. 1,900 views on one of these, which is great to see. They're working on 1,700 subscribers, and this is what I'm talking about. They're on usually frequently, a minimum of once a week, sometimes more often, and hopefully everybody will catch them for one of these live streams. We've always got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other, making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Just Jason Keto and Moore's in the house. He's a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. Just Jason Keto and More is usually live on Thursday nights, but he actually dropped a video earlier, and I didn't see it yet. I noticed it just as I was setting up for Tuber Chat. And let me just make sure I'm not missing anything here. Cooking and Vibing with Tea. Thank you for a super chat, by the way. They've done that countless times before. I'm going to put them up on the screen right now for the same reason as Leonica is up there. So thank you both for those super chats. I really do appreciate that. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Backyard Truckers looking at new trucks. That's interesting. I happen to like what I think is Kenmore. Am I right about that? Am I picking the right... Oh, no, it's not. What is the... Kenworth. Kenworth is it. Kenmore is a home building company. Kenwood is the car stereos we put in our trucks and SUVs and things like that. And then Kenworth is the name of the truck. I don't know anything about trucks. I just like big hauling trucks like that, big rigs. I just have seen a friend of mine was driving truck, and we were going through a lot of pictures when he was picking out what he was going to drive, and I happen to like them. So Cooking and Vibing with Tea is up on the screen right now. And Cindy DeMonch, I'm happy to be able to catch anybody whenever I can in a live stream. I've been lucky. This week I've been on YouTube much more. A lot of you have noticed that I've had a lot more time than I usually do, which is great because I'm catching a lot more of my friends that I haven't been able to see in a while. Cooking and Vibing with Tea is here with getting close to 3,000 subscribers. Look at some of the delicious looking content on this channel. You see these thumbnails are just spectacular. Not to mention they're very bright and colorful. So this is something to think about, right? When we're making our thumbnails. I know some of the bigger channels, that's all they say is like, oh, brighten up your thumbnails. And, you know, that's meant to be advice. And forgive me while I roll my eyes and speak sarcastically when I say it. I think people could use a lot more help than that. But it is true that brightening them up, there are two things, brightness and another thing called vibrance. V-I-B-R-A-N-C-E, vibrance, is what we use to bring the colors out on our thumbnails. They make them very clickable. and they really pop on YouTube. But Cooking and Vibing with Tea obviously is going to do well because they got delicious looking content here. I mean, it's not just the brightness and vibrance of the thumbnails, it's the food itself. Stuffed taco pizza. You got me laughing. Not to mention, I know I'm going to be hungry right after Tuber Chat. After talking for 3 straight hours, I am ready to eat as soon as Tuber Chat is done every time we do one of these streams. So I'll be looking forward to that. Cooking and Vibing with Tea, I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos just from a few days ago here. Looks like a unbelievable dessert. And then when we look at shorts on the channel, look at this. A lot of healthy looking, grilling looking shorts. I talk about those sometimes. But some of these have done really well. 6,000, 9,000, 10,000. And hopefully everybody will connect with Cooking and Vibing with Tea. They've been officially on the road for 3,000 for a while. And we know that we always say you're officially on a road when you pass a 100 milestone. Since they've passed 2,900, that puts them officially on the road to 3,000, which is great to see. YouTube intros, Leonica is asking about. If anybody here in the chat is looking to make intros for anybody else, you know, there's a few lessons in the idea of all the different work we have to do. I think we're all going to agree that YouTube is more work than we thought it was going to be. Half of my full-time job personally is running YouTube channels or doing other social media for other people. When you start to calculate that in, half of any full-time gig is a decent amount of money, let's just say. And now we have more platforms than ever, like Fiverr, like Upwork. You have the community here if you'd like to use it by chatting with each other. And the idea is you can either trade favors with people if there's things you enjoy doing and things you don't enjoy and want to trade with somebody. Excuse me. Some people like video editing, some people like graphic design, some people like statistics and analytics and, doing the SEO that we have to do with our descriptions and titles and things like that. All of these are things that can be traded or paid for, and you could be on either side of the fence for both of those things. So that's just a thought, but thank you for asking. And then Santa Claus North Pole Canada's in the house. That's the Numismaniac with a second channel. I've got them on the wheel because they happen to be a member. And then, yes, we love doing it for pennies, says Butler Family Farm. Michael's Adventures is a beloved and dedicated moderator. Let's see what he's got going on. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then I'm just going to ask everybody a favor. When I play those pre-recorded clips, it's just so I can save my voice the smallest amount during the streams. But does that clip that I just played, the one where I talk about everybody feeling welcome, hopefully, sound a little bit low to everyone? I'm just curious. I have speakers on, but I have to keep them very low. Most of us know that when you stream, you don't want your speakers too loud or headphones too loud, or it'll feed back and make it sound awful. But I'm just curious if I got to do something about that. I'll listen to the replay afterwards. Nothing could have happened to that. I haven't adjusted anything. And then when we look at the chat, the Numismaniac is dropping a gifted membership. He's done that kind of thing countless times before. We always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, so that will be the channel that we look at next. And then Michael's Adventures is up on the screen right now, and like our moderators, this is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey of now beyond 7 years. And pardon me for 1 second. YouTube's having a lot of trouble right now, and a few creators, thank you Michael's Adventures, by the way, a few creators have been having trouble, including myself, commenting in chats lately. So, pardon me, and forgive my frustration while I press the wrong button over here. Hadjway's good to see you in the house. A lot of creators are having trouble lately, and I was hoping that it had wound down, but it looks like it's getting worse, where they can't chat. And if you're watching or listening and have tried to chat and you can't get in, it's a common glitch. You know, if somebody's banned, they know they're banned, right? But if a lot of times you go into anybody's streams or premieres and can't be seen in the chat. This has been going on, first of all, for beyond 4 years. Secondly, it's been really bad for a couple of weeks, and now even I had trouble the other day getting into somebody's chat and had to, where I know I'm not banned, I had to reach out to them. Roadhog, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. But the biggest thing that we can do to try to fix that is reset the device that you're on. I know you shouldn't have to, but it does actually work most of the time. Resetting a phone or a computer. And if not, at least the app in the browser. Those things can help. But, you know, like today, now I got a moderator who can't get in. And that's just ridiculous to me. You know, we've seen it with members, we've seen it with viewers, we've seen it with moderators. It's something else. So I don't know why in 2024 they can't get this fixed, but we'll just hold our breath and see. Michael's Adventures is up on the screen right now. Now, I mentioned that all of our moderators, they're some of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. Superchat's been here as a channel for 4.5 of those years, but these creators really have had that much impact that I have no choice but to speak this way about them. They are truly over-the-top supportive to others, not just here in Superchat. A lot of what Michael's Adventures does for other creators goes unseen, actually. He helps a lot of others with their watch hours and things like that. He's the kind of creator who will reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook or somewhere else and say, hey, who needs help? Who needs watch hours run? And I think that speaks to the generosity in his personality. So I hope everybody will connect with Michael's Adventures. What he does on his channel is a lot of trail cam style videos where he brings a lot of wildlife and then nature as well. He's got raccoons, foxes, deer, opossums, bird watching, and lately he's been adding in a bit of variety here with some slot gameplay on a phone or tablet. Michael's Adventures is often known to take us outdoors for either a drive along or a story to be told while he walks around and shows us his area. Or this creator also has some shorts that bring a bit of variety, sometimes outdoor content, a lot of lottery ticket scratching, and then again, that slot game has done well with 6,000 views. He's got probably the highest number of videos in the Superchat family, closing in on 4,000 videos on his channel, if you can imagine. He posts every single day at 9 a.m. And then sometimes more than once a day. And then, Hilda DC, it's great to see you in the house. Yeah, she was having trouble coming in. But Hilda DC, I talked about that and her and my friendship with her and this glitch that goes on and the fact that she's a moderator here all last week on I Am Betty J Gather's channel. I haven't been doing as many StreamYard panels this year as I wish, but I did get together with I Am Betty J Gathers on Sunday, and that was one of the things that I told a couple of stories about moderators. So Hilda DC has been a dear friend, and she's been, you know, with us for 4 years now, and is known as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. But if you wanted to hear that story, then you could hopefully go and head over to I Am Betty J Gathers and catch that replay. I had a great time talking to her. She's been a dear friend all this time as well. Consume the Goodness is in the house. That's Kendra. And then, pardon me, Together We Travel is here. Good to see you in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to everyone. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here, Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then forgive me while I'm tripping up over a couple of things over here. Paranormal Poet, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. I appreciated the kind words at the end of the last stream, by the way. I know you left a message right at the end, but it's great to know that you're enjoying the community. That's what I took away from that. Lynn's Life Lessons, good to see you in the house. Cooking and Vibing with Tea, still here. And Santa Claus North Pole Canada is the second channel from the Numismaniac. They dropped a super chat earlier, and we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away in order when that happens. We're going to do the same thing for Dawn Ray B. She just dropped a handful of memberships as well, and both of these creators have done those things many times before. Crafty Witch, good to see you in the house. That's a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right away. And Forever Goshlin 3004 is here. Victoria G's in the house. And hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody. There's I Am BJ Gathers right there. Her ears must have been ringing. And like I said, hopefully everybody will head over to her channel. Put her name on the wheel right now, and when we get over there, I'll show everybody the live stream that we did together. So Santa Claus North Pole Canada is a really special channel with a really special mission or message. The idea is that we can get messages to and from Santa Claus on this channel. If you haven't already seen it, I hope you go over there, connect with them, and see what I'm talking about, because it's really, really cool that this can be done. Now, I had always thought that this channel was just active during the Christmas season, but as a matter of fact, this channel's active all year, especially at times like Christmas in July or leading up to the Christmas season. So hopefully everybody will connect with Santa Claus North Pole Canada, and you get an idea of the videos that are here. There's a few shorts to go with them, and then there are live streams as well. And then I'm going to show you the channel that belongs to the creator behind Santa Claus North Pole Canada. The Numismaniac talks to us about numismatic collectible coins, precious metals, other collectibles of value, and is very community minded or community service minded. I'm just going to grab one of his latest videos here, put that in my catch-up list. This creator's from Edmonton, Alberta, and they post frequently. They actually did a daily series this summer where they were giving everybody an opportunity to go and learn something in a challenge that led to a giveaway on the channel. The creator behind the channel is known as the Skipper. When we get over there, you'll see him in some of the thumbnails and rollovers in a second. Some winter weather there from Edmonton, Alberta. 1,700 views on one of his shorts videos, and then live streams on the channel as well. He's often got a StreamYard panel up here, and there's a lot of history on the channel as well. We'll pretty much learn something every time we're over there with the Skipper. So I hope everybody will connect with the Numismaniac. You know what? The Skipper would refer to nautical ideas, of course, right? I remember we have a theme park in Canada called Canada's Wonderland. It's our largest theme park. It's not too far from Toronto. I've been there an abundant number of times, luckily, but I remember going there when it first opened, when my parents took us as kids, and one of the first things I got was a hat that was similar to what the Numismaniac has in some of those live streams, like this here. I just remember that right now. I don't think I have it anywhere, but nice memory though. Jeanine's World is in the house. Good to see you here. And Twinbrook Acres has come in. We are moving today. Thank you one more time for a gifted membership. The Numismaniac has done that kind of thing countless times before, and so has Dawn Ray B. So we're going to look at her channel right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Venom for Life is another longtime friend. I think they've been with us for about 4 years. And then Purple Crochet and More with Dreeny. Good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I was jumping back and forth between a lot of live streams and premieres and thing this week. I unexpectedly had a very empty week when it comes to the idea of work, let's say my full-time gig, so I was able to really be on the computer almost all the time. Don Ray B is in the house, and on the screen I forgot to look over earlier and notice the idea that Cooking and Vibin' with T took over our stream boss position. That's the video game life meter under my camera here. Every super chat and membership and highlighted milestone message knocks a little bit of life off of the stream boss. The last person to knock it out takes over and gets some extra exposure. And a lot of the creators we've talked about today have held that position, but Cooking and Vibin' with T has been there many times as well. Oh, interesting. I believe you might have told us that before, because when you mentioned the York Yacht Club, I think so. And Santa Claus, North Pole, Canada. That's an interesting idea, especially because it's over here, right, in Ontario. I happen to be in Ontario, born in Toronto, but I live in Niagara Falls now. And then Venom for Life did another live stream, but it's different. It's different, you say? And then Don Ray B is up on the screen. Now, this is a creator that brings us the idea of homesteading. They've got about 4 acres, and the story can be read on their About section. This creator actually aspired to become a homesteader, if I understand the story right. We've known each other a long time, but you get inspiration as soon as you get to the channel. She says each new day is an opportunity to make your dreams come true, because she's done the same thing. And I found this latest video, I watched this morning, to be a really heartwarming video, because she was out for a camping trip and gives a bit of information in there. But there's quite a few different things in this vlog. I went camping for a few days by the look of it. And I went through this morning, as well as taking us on the road. But the story behind the video is really cool. So here we are. Actually, it's listed in the description, of course, as well. Don Ray B has been getting involved in collaboration. She does some product reviews and brings us her homesteading journey as well. She's got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 2,500, 3,900 views and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. So these are an experiment. We'll see if she's going to bring those back, but we've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. Crafty Witch, I hope I said hello. I've got you on the wheel. And, yeah, Janine's World, Canada's lucky because we have the better view. And I haven't gone to Niagara Falls, the city, for the purpose of looking at their lookout locations to see exactly what it's like in person. I've been to Niagara Falls, probably 100 times in the U.S. side as well. But I'm going to have to make a point to do that at some time. Let's spin the wheel and get another channel ready to go. Thank you again, the Numismaniac and Don Ray B, for those gifted memberships. They've both done that countless times. Incredibly generous thing to have done. I know the recipients will be happy to have them. I certainly do appreciate extra generous support, although it's unnecessary. And Ace Flaw 1 is coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Woody and Wendy are in the house. Ace Flaw 1's up on the screen here. This is actually Andy. He does travel content. He posts occasionally, but this creator's actually been a friend of mine for 5 years now. He's been with me since before Superchat was even a thought. And I go through this story a lot of times, usually in other people's interviews when I'm on other channels or conversations and things like that. And I talk about the idea that I was overwhelmed by the generosity of a group of creators who consider themselves small YouTubers, right? We only use that term because it's so popular, But it was really cool that these creators all supported each other, invited me and everybody that they meet into the group and said, hey, we all support each other, let us show you what we do. And then I said, I'm going to start a channel doing exactly what you guys do, and they all helped us build it. Andy's been there from the beginning, including playlist buddy experiments I was doing on my own channel before we even started. So I'm just going to grab his latest video from Tampa, Florida. I've been lucky enough to be to Tampa a couple of times. And then AceFlaw1 is working on 6,000 subscribers now, or 5,400 for today. And it's all travel-based content on his channel until we get over into the shorts. There's a little bit more variety over here, but he's got one over 1,700 views, which is great to see. And obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. So hopefully everybody will connect with AceFlaw1, and we'll see that Scratch and PPA is going to be coming up now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention TuberChat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Scratch and PPA is another fellow Canadian, and this creator is another beloved and dedicated moderator here as well, known as one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube, like I keep saying about our moderators. And then when we look at Scratch and PPA's channel, we see first of all he's he's working on 2,300 subscribers, monetized, including super chats and memberships we can support him with when we get there. Scratch and PPA, if you can imagine, has been in Tuber Chat live streams somewhere beyond 300 or 740, maybe 750 times, if you can imagine. I don't really have a choice but to look up at the sky and thank God. How on earth could anybody have met somebody so unbelievably supportive that cares so deeply about others much more? You know, I don't remember Pete in all these years ever ask him for anything, as a matter of fact. The only thing he does is he's always appreciative of everything everybody does for him, but he also helps to keep informed probably everyone about what goes on in the YouTube streets. He's brought a million different things to my attention over the years. And this creator, for that reason, I say, cares deeply about those of us in the Tuber Chat family, his own community, and, you know, the YouTube community at large. So when we look at Scratch and PPA's channel, we see he brings an interesting twist on lottery ticket scratching, including a winter-themed video this past week, where what he does is pit 2 lottery tickets against each other and offers us the opportunity to vote on the content of next week's video if we follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, which of course I do. It sets his series apart, makes it unique and a lot of fun to be a part of. He premieres every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern without fail. He's been doing this for 4 years now. And if you can catch us for one of his premieres, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. Faster than this, faster than most others. He rivals those of Hilda DC, the Stock Explorer, and a few select others. It's very fast paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. I always forget to mention this, but I want to show you something that's a great hint and tip from Scratch and PPA on his front page. What he does is makes playlists out of his videos, and he separates his by years because he's been doing this for almost 4 straight years now. He's got a few extra videos on the channel. We'll talk about some of those. But when he posts his playlists on his front page, or even in the playlist area, you can see that he titles the playlist and adds in the time that the videos in that playlist accumulate up to, if that makes any sense. So when he's swapping playlists with other creators, they know exactly how long it's going to take to run his playlist. That's a great tip. I forget to mention it all the time, but he's been doing this for a long, long time. If you want to know how to do that, you can simply type in YouTube playlist length in a Google search, and you'll get a bunch of websites that will look something like this. Just be careful that it's a real website, not a scam or anything. They're all going to have advertising on them, but you just put in your playlist URL right there, and it'll time it out for you, and it's really, really cool. Scratch and PPA as well expanded the content on his channel last year. He brought us some vlogging style shorts while he took a trip to Italy and showed us around his vacation, and then he brought us some Italian lottery tickets as well. He also did his very first live stream, and I know a lot of people will be very excited to know that he's expanded the content on his channel. He takes presentation seriously. His bright, beautiful avatar is matched by content in his thumbnails, and they give us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series also. And then his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first production over 4.5 years ago now. Scratch and Pete PA, hopefully everybody will connect with. And I just spun the wheel, so Dolores is coming up. What we're going to do right now is take a break for another 3.5 minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. And again, these are conversations that are now listed in a playlist and as a podcast on the Superchat channel as videos, and they're anywhere from an hour to 2 hours long. What I tried to do with this is ask the featured creators for their opinion without adding a lot of my own, knowing that they know exactly what we need to hear. They've been friends of ours for years, and all of them have long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So one of the questions that's going to come up, especially when we've got a channel that's just grown, I mean, you guys have content getting into like well over 200,000 views, and people are always going to want to know how they can get more views on their video shorts and streams. So what can you tell us in your experience that you would give somebody as advice now?
I'm going to go first.
Yeah, you're the master at this one.
Don't be afraid to go back and change the thumbnails and the tags and the titles and stuff like that. Don't be afraid to do that. It doesn't have to be the exact same as it was when you posted it. If you have a better idea for a title or a thumbnail or a description or anything like that, go ahead and try it. Because no matter how many times you change it, YouTube is going to pick something.
Yep.
And it might push it out more. More people might like maybe the colour scheme on it or the wording on it or something like that. And that'll help bring more people in. That's what I think anyway. Because we were afraid to do that for a long time. And then when we started doing that a little bit, we noticed a bit more growth.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's my opinion. What do you think?
Well, a lot of what Danielle said is spot on. But the thing about it is, that's what's great about YouTube. You have that space to just go, you know, I didn't like that idea the first time it went up. Like, we've had thumbnails and we've had tags, we've had hashtags and stuff. We thought, oh, this is gonna go, it's gonna be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
And no, it just went straight into the toilet.
Yeah.
But that's fine, because the beautiful part is you can go back, you can change it over, you can go, I'll experiment with this. Sometimes it could be, now this is what is crazy about YouTube. Could be a tag change.
Yeah.
It could be the title. Like, as much as people go, it's the thumbnail, like the title does play a major part. Because like, if you turn around, let's say a plane flying in the sky, or you turn around and say a plane does a nosedive and then lands perfectly, what sounds better? Maybe that might work for some people, but see the way the two titles, like, well, I can just look at a plane or, oh, what's going to happen here?
Right.
I don't know why I used the plane, but that's just where I went for it.
Yeah, but you're absolutely
just the
right.
contrast of like titles and tags.
It does make a difference.
It does. It's like, from our experience anyway, it has. Like, we went back and sometimes we just changed the thumbnail, and that did make a big difference. Like, there, what thumbnail we doing on? We done it on one of the military videos, and we done it actually the Star Spangled Banner video.
Okay.
We had the original thumbnail for that. We thought was the best thing we ever made. Got rid of it. See, this is what happens. Like, a month later, we're like, wow, this is the worst thing we could have ever put up. And I know people are probably going, no, it's really good, but this is what happens in your own head. You're like, wow, this is like not great. But we changed it to that one, and we love that one, and probably next month we'll change it again. But don't be afraid to change around your content and really experiment with what's out there.
That's great advice. All right, we're just about back. So Dolores is coming up, just a pink girl in her pink world. I'm just curious if Just Jason, Keto, and More might still be listening, or Home Bartending with John. I remove a few names off the wheel here and there, and that's just so we can speed things up. I know not everybody can be here for 3 hours. We still got another well over 2 hours to go, as a matter of fact. There he is. I figured he probably would be, but just in case. So Just Jason, Keto, and More, I'm just going to make sure is back on the wheel, and then if Home Bartending with John is still here, I'll add him back on. Members are always added to the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. But I also added Driving Daily occasionally through the stream, and as the stream goes on, it becomes more frequent. I start adding names to our wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of the stream. So, like I said, long way to go for today, and Driving Daily is there right now. So Dolores is bringing us a Christmas conversation. I'm just going to grab the latest video. This one's quite short, but I'm going to put it in my catch-up list, and that'll keep me caught up. They've got a premiere coming up tomorrow morning as well, so we can look forward to that. We set notifications for everything we see, even though we have the notification bell on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. They let us know they're going to talk about sports, unboxings, technology, art, and some spiritual inspiration that we see in the shorts videos here. 500, 800, almost 900 views on one of these, which is great to see. And they got a live stream set up a few days from now as well for a podcast. So I'm just going to keep the notification on for that, and then hopefully I'll catch you for that also. Dolores now is over 220 subscribers at 225. I'm hoping we can push them towards the 300 we know that they're thinking about. Oh, Canadian Family Life, forgive me, you gifted a membership and I missed it. So Scratching with Riz is going to be up next. I just went back and scrolled through the chat, and I see that Canadian Family Life dropped a gifted membership. And we always put Superchatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. And then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. But Canadian Family Life has done things like that countless times before. And we'll see what Tiffany's got going on this channel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then Victoria G, you know what the best part is? It doesn't stop after Tuber Chat. When we're done our streams, my YouTube talk and social media talk and everything else continues. Most people would probably think I'm a workaholic, but it's not that. It's just that I've been lucky that most of the things I've been able to do, at least in my adult life, I've enjoyed. So it seems like I work all the time. But we all know that when you really enjoy what you're doing, it doesn't feel like work, right? Tuber Chat can be overwhelming. Obviously, these streams are always busy. We got lots of people coming in and out. I try to make as few mistakes as I can. But it's all in fun, and I promise you, if we go more than a couple of days without doing a stream, I miss it and want to get back, right? Crystal Sparkle, by the way, I did put you on the wheel. I don't think I said hello earlier, so forgive me for that. And then Canadian Family Life is on the screen. Hunting and Stuff with J&J is in the house. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. And Tiffany is the creator in this channel. Now, you might recognize her. She's got thumbnails here that feature the creator. She's actually got the family in a lot of the videos as well. They pop in and out both in the live streams, videos, everywhere. But Canadian Family Life, Tiffany, has been featured on dozens of other channels in StreamYard panels and things like that. I've seen her on countless thumbnails. As a matter of fact, if I look at her live stream page right now, there's I Am Betty J Gathers, and then this is an interview that they did a little while ago, and then I Am Betty J Gathers are doing a lot more interviews now. Tiffany from Canadian Family Life streams occasionally, so she'll probably be expecting to do one soon. This creator brings us homesteading style content, but they're from New Brunswick. and they're in the middle of Vlogmas right now. I watched a video. This was really interesting. These are cool. I don't think I've seen these before. We've all probably seen something like this. So I'll give you a spoiler alert here. But Tiffany was able to find something really cool even at the dollar store that is a crafty idea. And therefore you're able to kind of customize your own either decorations, or I assume these were going on the tree. The like ornaments, right? And that's really cool, but much more than what you see right here. They're really colorful and really beautiful, so I hope everybody will check that video out. But the whole Vlogmas series is running, and I'm just going to grab the latest one from today. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. They just posted this video actually, so it's brand new, and that will help me somewhat keep caught up with this creator, although it's tough to keep up with these creators that are participating in Vlogmas. Canadian Family Life will bring us crafty type ideas, hauls both from grocery stores and other places, a lot of cooking videos, challenges between husband and wife, and like I said, the whole family gets involved. They've got a container garden that they feature a lot of the time, and then her husband Chris has his own channel as well where he does a lot of do-it-yourself videos, including working on that container garden with the grow lights that it needs and things like that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. When we look at the shorts on the channel, we see some famous Canadian winter weather there from New Brunswick. When we get into some of these, they're at 2,500, 2,800, one of them over 5,500 views, which is great to see. Monetized, of course. Canadian Family Life is actually one of the fastest growing channels we've seen in the Superchat family. They got from 0 to 3,000 in just about, I think it was under a year and a half. And I see a few more channels in the chat. Makeup Mom and Son is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member. Elisa's Adventures in Cruising has been added to the wheel. My Flock is Everywhere is being added right now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat. Kathy, I'm assuming that is that Curvy. Forgive me if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And I'm not sure if that's Curvy or if it's pronounced a different way. But I'd love for you to correct me just so I can reference your channel the way that you want it referenced. And then Scratching with Riz, I'd already spun the wheel, so I'm going to get them up onto the screen. But thank you, Tiffany, Canadian Family Life, for another gifted membership. She's done things like that countless times before, and we always put Super Chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. Scratching with Riz is up right now. I thought I was connected to this channel already. They've been with us countless times. Forgive me for not already knowing that we weren't already connected. But what? Oh, Servy. Okay, thank you, Kathy Servy. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a video. Now, I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream. But I'm going to take your latest video and put that in my watch later list. I like it because it's much larger than, or much longer than 3 minutes. And then what that will allow me to do is after the live stream today, I'll go through my watch later list and I'll watch your video in full. I'll leave you a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put your notification bell on. And that should help our connection stick. And then hopefully you have your notification bell on for Superchat. But I'm sure you have. You've been here I don't know how many times now. It's feeling like at least a dozen. And I see that you're doing live streams as well, which is great. And we always mix up our streams here, by the way. That's why I put so much focus on the notification bell. We mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then My Flock is Everywhere is dropping a super chat as well, so thank you for that. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated, and they've done that countless times before as well. And then when we look at My Flock is Everywhere, this is a creator who's incredibly supportive. I have run into them countless times on other channels. They got a few of their own actually, and they're a lot of the time supporting channels that are talking about the unknown or unexplained, which is really, really cool. They got some information in some of their videos here. I'm just going to grab the latest one, put that into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to catch up with them in the smallest bit. They're well over 1,100 subscribers now, which is great. We'd love to push them towards the 1,200 we know they're thinking about. They bring pure variety on their channel, but they got some shorts here too at 700 and 800 views and beyond. And then when we get into live streams, we see they've actually got a couple that are coming up soon. I'm just curious to know, if you don't mind saying, actually, my flock is everywhere, which of the AI systems was used to make this Christmas image, because I have not had luck yet with the AI systems in getting them to spell any words properly. There's usually like double letters, or it's blurry, or something's wrong. I've been using DALL-E because I pay for ChatGPT, but I know Midjourney is a good idea, and there's others. But I'm just curious to know, if you don't mind saying, or if you want to message me outside on Instagram or somewhere else, because I am happy to know that all the AI systems are progressing, and the art now maybe is going to be a little bit better for everybody. But that's a really cool looking image for Christmas, of course. But they got a couple different things here. So they've got live streams frequent. They're seeming to be on almost every day. Lots of StreamYard panels as well, lots of guests. But they've got a couple that are coming up. One today. Am I mistaken about that? I think this one was meant to be, I think you got it set up for AM. If you were going to put it at PM, I could be mistaken. And then they've got one coming up in a couple of days as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with My Flock is Everywhere, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. Oh, you add the words after My Flock is Everywhere. That makes sense. Yes, I tried doing that with Midjourney and DALL-E, and it's been a couple months since I've done anything like that, but I couldn't get them to spell properly. I'm sure they'll get better over time. But thank you for the information. That is really good to know. Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. And then Scratching with Riz we looked at. I think it's time to spin the wheel. We'll do that and see who's coming up next. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Hilda DC from New York is a beloved and dedicated moderator and has been for over 4 years now. She is known as one of the most encouraging creators that I've met in my YouTube journey, and she brings a bit of variety on her channel. A lot of mukbang style taste test challenges. One of the things that I mention about her content all the time, I'm in Canada, so I don't get to see a lot of the different flavors and varieties in the products that she often reviews and shows us and tries. I'm just going to grab one of her latest videos. She does a lot of cooking over here as well, and then she's been known to bring a little bit more variety into some of her videos, as well as shorts. We'll get into those right now. See that some of these have done really well. 2,900, 6,100, one over 47,000 views, which is great. And then live streams on the channel as well. Hilda DC has been known to do tons of live streams. I've joined her many times, both on her channel and others. And it's always friendly conversation when she's on. And then we'll see if she's going to bring some live streams up sometime soon. But she is monetized also. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get to her channel. And, you know, I say about all the moderators here that they're all dear friends of mine, but they're all dear friends of each other as well. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But one of the things they all have in common is an overwhelming sense of generosity. And for that reason, when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Superchat. And then Backyard Trucker, I see you mentioning you don't have your pickup truck anymore. And, oh, I'll tell you, I'm not regretting my choice to drive a pickup truck. I bought a Ford F-150 like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, whatever it is now. It's a 2013, but I bought it in 2013 at the end of the season or end of the year or whatever. And I wasn't expecting the repairs that have had to happen over the last year or so. If I start to add up everything that's gone into that truck after it's been paid for, oh my goodness, is it very upsetting. You could have bought 2 more cars for the repairs that have had to be done. And I just had to go through, what did I just do yesterday? Unexpectedly, by the way. Brakes, tires, parking brake, and alignment. So a nice hefty amount. But the good news is it's done right before Christmas, right before winter. We have snow and ice and everything else for about 3 months now. So it's nice to know that the thing's safe. And of course it's got 4x4 and this and that. But I treat my truck like a car. I really don't do anything with it. I certainly don't go off-roading or anything like that. I do move a few things for people when they need it. Like furniture and stuff like that, but that thing is in immaculate shape. It has 350,000 kilometers on it, and yeah, it's tough when we can't keep these things forever, but I'm hoping I can keep the keep that truck for 20 years or so. We'll see. And then when we look at Backyard Trucker, we see a self-employed small business owner, happens to be a truck driver, but when I talk about trucks with Backyard Trucker, we're talking about big rig. We're talking about hauler, right? He does long haul, I believe. And I've caught him many times for live streams. Now, on his channel, he let us know from the beginning that he was going to bring us just about anything and everything that could be interesting. So he's got a lot of variety there. Some do-it-yourself videos are mixed in. A lot of outdoor content and dash cam footage in his shorts videos that have done really, really well. 12,000, 13,000, 15,000 on some of these, and they continue to do well. And then live streams on the channel. So he's live just about every single day. A lot of vertical live streams, and he's found some success with these as well, where YouTube's algorithm has kind of pushed him out, if you want to put it that way. And it's a great way to grow your audience. You usually get a few subscribers when you get a little bit of luck like that. So Backyard Trucker's been incredibly active, posting frequently, and monetize. Lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. He's here with us just about every day. Cruising on the high seas and travel. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in, and it's time for us to spin the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. So Backyard Trucker, yeah, mentioning haven't had a lot of views lately. Now, Backyard Trucker is an incredibly active channel, but I believe, and you can let me know if you're more consistent than I think lately. Now, he's live just about every day, and pardon me while I clean my glasses on my shirt here, which you're not supposed to do. The idea of videos, he started a Vlogmas series, and they can be tough, right? So we might think that people are searching for Vlogmas itself. I'm not sure if that's actually the case. We got a lot of creators that do Vlogmas. If they're already active, posting at least once a week, and then they jump into a daily series, they can find a little bit of success there. But we never really know. So consistency, posting a video a week is what I always advise, if I want to dare say that word. But the idea is that for every channel that I touch or run, videos drive the channel. They absolutely do. Live stream replays our live streams might get replays. We usually get a few. I haven't seen anybody I can think of that gets an abundant amount of live stream replays. Sometimes they double in views, but you don't usually see a live stream replay that gets into the hundreds of thousands, right? Whereas videos can. Shorts as well, but shorts usually get their pump or a couple of pumps of views and then they calm down as well. But these are just ideas. I'm not even saying I'm right about this. That's what I have seen, and that's the way it seems to be in my own YouTube journey and the things I've observed. Let's just say that's just me personally. But videos, in my opinion, always drive the channel. Every time I take a week off, or months off in my case, then it takes a month to get the momentum back. It comes back, but it takes that long. So that's just an idea. So if we want to get to a point of posting a video a week. And that's only if it's appropriate for your channel, though. Oh, so cruising on the high seas and travel. Yeah, actually what I did was I put your channel up first on the next stream. I looked at my notes today to make sure I hadn't missed that, but I believe I did it on... I believe I did that. Yeah, cruising on the high seas and travel. Just so you know, not that it matters, but I make my notes with pen and paper. But there it is right there. Yeah, cruising on the high seas and travel. So you should have been up first the next stream. But thank you for that. I always appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary. But very much appreciated always. And then they're going live at 8 p.m. I'll tell you what, actually, cruising on the high seas and travel, if you, Tuber Chat's going to be done a half an hour before that. If you want to, you could move that live stream a half an hour earlier, and I could raid in officially with a live redirect. And pardon me while I just grab their channel in the background here for a quick second, because I'm just going to see if they've got that set up. They've got their live stream ready to go, and I'm just going to get it saved in a window for myself here in the background. I had a raid planned that is not going to occur tonight, so I have the raid open if you want it, but that's just an idea. And then you can let me know here or in the background on Instagram or somewhere else. But thank you again. 99 Midnight Gamer, good to see you here. Peter Dell from Australia, good to see you back again. He was here the other day. He's been a long-time friend. An enthusiastic creator, always sharing positivity in the chat. Just Jason Keto and More is up on the screen right now. So I noticed this. I watched this video today. And this was interesting. I made a joke in his comment section because it's a bacon burger dog chaffle. And if you haven't seen chaffles yet, he's actually done a lot of these. They're part of his recipes, but he's got hundreds, I think, by now of recipes, right? But this is really cool because you got bacon, a hamburger, and a hot dog, basically, and a chaffle all at the same time. It's like a barbecue theme or something. And Just Jason Keto and More, I saw this other video, so I laugh at the text on the thumbnail here, but he says, what is living mustard? So I've got to see what this video is. I have an idea of what I'm talking about because he says it's part of his fermented food lineup. I happen to like mustard. When I was a kid, I couldn't stand it. Dare I say the word hate, used to feel very strongly about it. And now I love it. Mustard is like on all kinds of stuff, and even different types of mustard and this and that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Jason Keto and More. Check out some of these recipes, but he's got a lot more to the channel because he's talking about healthy eating and healthy living, especially when it comes to a keto-based diet or lifestyle. Now, Just Jason Keto and More happens to be a beloved and dedicated member and moderator here. He's got product reviews on his channel as well, and a lot of those can give us information about the ingredients that we're going to either use in our recipes or consume when we find products at the grocery stores and things like that. He brings a lot of guests onto his channel in videos and live streams to share their life experiences, and then he's willing to head out hundreds of miles away to places like Ketopalooza to bring us more informative content from more influencers, and once in a while he brings a bit of variety on the channel, maybe unboxing a GoPro or taking us out for a look around Niagara Falls or something like that. He's a fellow Canadian, of course. Do I understand right, Jason, that Ketopalooza may not be happening? I saw that on somebody's live stream yesterday. I can't remember who said it. I think it was a live stream, and they said Keto Palooza was not going to happen for 2025, which is unfortunate because I think people are looking forward to that. Just Chasing Keto and More's got some shorts here, healthy looking grilling shorts. I mentioned this earlier. Some of these have gotten 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 views, one over 22,000, and I've seen that one as well. Nuz Lover, I've got you on the wheel, by the way, and hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then live streams as well. So Just Chasing Keto and More typically is live every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. He's skipping today, but we'll likely see a live stream again either next week or sooner. He does these every week, and sometimes it's Jason by himself. Sometimes he's got a guest on the channel, and they share their life experiences, their tips and tricks. Sometimes he does a StreamYard panel, and sometimes he surprises us with a cook-along live stream as well, and he mixes those up. Either way, when you catch him, he's got a vibrant community that wants to help. So when we have questions and comments in the chat, you'll get a lot of interaction. And of course, like I say about all of our moderators, you'll be able to meet more friends when you're over there for premieres and live streams as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Just Chasing Keto and More. He's working on 3,400 subscribers. You know, I say of channels of this size. And it makes me happy, actually, specifically. It makes me happy to be saying this about Just Chasing Keto and More's channel. He's been with us for years. He's somebody who cares very much about the Tuber Chat community and the YouTube journey itself, along with his own community. But it makes me really happy that Just Chasing Keto and More is somebody who has 100 times heard my speech about channels over 3,000 subscribers, that there must be much to be learned from them and entertained and inspired by because of what they must have been through in their YouTube journey to get to a level of, let's say, 3,000 and beyond. 3,000 seems to be a telling marker in the YouTube journey from what we've noticed, or at least I've noticed over the last 4.5 years. The Tuber Chat's been here and a little bit longer. And Driving Daily is coming up right now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Face the Ace is in the house. Good to see you here. I see them out supporting other creators all the time. I've run into them countless times. And then, yeah, thank you, Just Chasing Keto and More. Hanging out with their grandkids. If you actually listen to his channel for any length of time, you'll find out that that's actually the primary motivation behind his keto-based journey. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Thank you, Nez Lover. And then I've got Driving Daily up on the screen. So when we look at this channel, this is a creator who's been with us for, I'm wondering if it's 6 months now. It could be. And Driving Daily, one of the first things people were noticing is a lot of the drifting videos here, but there's a little bit more. There's a chance to get to know the creator. They're going to talk about YouTube monetization in one of these latest videos. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list so I can catch up with this channel a little bit. They're doing a few different things here. Ozark Trail Stormtrooper knife. Sounds interesting. And this creator might take us on a different kind of adventure occasionally. When we look at shorts on the channel, they've got into 11,000, 18,000, 35,000 on a few of these, which is great, especially for any car enthusiast or auto enthusiast. Live streams on the channel as well. So I had mentioned it for a while. They'd experimented with one about 7 months ago, but look at this. They've been posting frequently, usually at least a couple times a week as a minimum, which is great. So hopefully everybody will connect with Driving Daily. And like I keep saying, we got the notification bell on for every single channel that's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and making sure we catch as much content from each other as we can as well. Trish the Natural, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. And let's spin the wheel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then, cruising on the high seas and travel, I'm just getting in the background here because they've got a live stream coming up almost right after Tuber Chat today. And then Butler Family Farm is up on the screen. We're going to see what they have got going on for today. I watched another video from Butler Family Farm this morning, and now they put another one out today. They're posting frequently. So Butler Family Farm is Jerry and Susan, and these creators together, they share the video work, they share the camera work, they give us a look around their 116 acres of farmland where they bring us homesteading style content. They got a lot of livestock to share with us, cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, and more. And then when we look at their channel, it's growing rapidly. Jerry's been talking about the idea of the promotion system for a while. I was lucky I was on the channel with him and Susan a couple of times now for live streams, and he let me know what was happening with the YouTube promotion system, how it works, how he's utilizing it. The channel's growing rapidly now, approaching 40,000 subscribers. Of course, he's monetized, or they are monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They show us all that it takes to look after 116 acres of farmland. Jerry will bring us into the shop, though, and I'm going to talk about one of his videos here. I went on and on about this video the other day because I was so impressed. But and I've seen him do this before. I've seen him do this before as well, but we'll talk about that video in a moment. And then sometimes they'll bring us into their home and bring us into the kitchen as well. And Butler Family Farm will introduce us to a lot of other creators. They often head out for a lot of in real life meetups, sometimes with up to 80 channels worth of creators and supporters. But when they're doing their live streams every Monday, sometimes it's Jerry and Susan, and then sometimes they're doing a StreamYard panel where they've got other creators joining them as well. So we'll meet lots of friends when we're there, and then shorts on the channel feature a little bit more in line with their long form content, getting into 12,000 views, 50,000 and beyond. But I see you got another video now, so I'm just going to put that into my catch-up list here. That'll help me keep caught up with the channel. But I watched this video, and this is really, really cool because I've seen Butler Family Farm make charcuterie boards before. I think it was them that taught me how to pronounce the word finally, actually. And this is really unique. I have not seen anything like this before. I know the world is liking more handmade stuff than probably ever in our lifetimes, because of places like YouTube and Etsy and other places where things like that are featured. But Butler Family Farm did a spectacular job here. So first of all, my eye was caught when I looked at the wood he was using, because it's a beautiful piece of wood that he used there. But this is an interesting charcuterie board, and I'll give you a spoiler alert here. There's actually two in this video, along with the cups that he makes to go with them. And this is really, really, really cool. So if you either enjoy woodworking at all or are just curious to see what on earth I could be going on about so much, I hope everybody will check out that video, because that's just a beautiful thing that he was able to put together. And I'm amazed. I'm constantly amazed by do-it-yourself videos or do-it-yourself channels, and always have been, especially when people are doing things that I don't or can't do. Right? Like, I don't do any woodworking. I would, it takes, what do they say, 100 hours to get good at something and 1,000 hours to get great at it. And I can't imagine I'm ever going to spend 1,000 hours doing woodworking ever. So when I look at somebody doing something like that, which I understand to the smallest degree because I did woodworking in school, then I'm that much more impressed. And that goes for anything artistic at all, because I'm a computer guy. I can do artistic things with a computer, like code and do some graphic design and this and that, but the idea of art and creating things really impresses me for a lot of different channels and creators, let's just say. Like I said, especially for the things I either don't or can't do. I'm going to look for String in a second. Twisted Reed, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Jesse Miller Unboxings and More is here. Sorry I missed you. I knew you came in a few minutes ago there. Campbell's Creation Learning to Quilt is here as well. Imagine, yes, Peter Dell. One of the ways that speech is described by some of the influencers that I follow myself as well is, you know, if you introduce somebody to a concept and they each if you introduce two people to a concept and they each introduce two more people and that continues, you go to infinity, right? And then the only idea is time behind that. I wonder if String is still in the house. String was here. And pardon me while I just scan the chat. I'm just looking for their channel. There. I'll get them with their go-to channel link right now. And I'll drop that in the chat for everybody. And then you can get to them easily. String's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, and this channel is growing rapidly. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos, a time-lapse here. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. It's pure variety over here, but they give us some information on their About section, mostly inspirational or motivating. And then when we get into shorts on this channel, some of these have done really well. 59,000, 83,000, and one at 15 million views. My dear goodness. I wonder if that's the largest number of views on a shorts video in the Tuber Chat family. I'm going to have to try to remember that. 15 million. I know we've seen at least one at, I think, 2.5, maybe one at 3. I can't remember if we've seen any higher than that. And then live streams on the channel as well. When we look at String, we see that they've been live up to a couple months ago. We'll see if they're going to bring those back. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And there you go. Yeah, Butler Family Farm. I mean, I'm guilty of the same thing, right? And I'll show you an example. Like, so Amazon, I was one of the last people, in my opinion, to be ordering on Amazon. I did not do it for years and years and years. And not for any reason. I just didn't like the idea. I'm like, nah, I'll go to the store, right? Maybe old school or, you know, stubborn or something like that, which I tend to be. But when I did start ordering, now I order frequently from Amazon. One of the biggest reasons is because if I go to a retailer and I want something specific and they don't have what I want, you got a choice. You can wait until the stock comes in, you can go back and check next week, or you can just have it delivered to your house for the same price tomorrow. Right? And this is how companies like, you know, Walmart and Amazon and this and that are winning. I like to support small businesses, nonprofits, charities, and everything like that as much as I can. At the same time, there's the trade-off in time. You want what you want when you want it. You know what I mean? Myself personally, I would love, actually, I say I would love to do some woodworking. I don't know if I ever will. I just acquired a handful of tools, including a drill press and this and that, but I haven't got anywhere to do the woodworking. If I come and visit Butler Family Farm someday, fingers crossed, I'm not saying I will ever be able to make it over there, but we never know. Possibly. I'd like to start crossing the border a little bit this spring if I can. But if I do ever get over there, Jerry's invited me to come and work on the farm, but maybe I can convince him to bring me into the shop and help me see how to make some of the stuff. He has done a ton of that stuff over there. We'll talk about Lisa's adventures in cruising in a moment. What we're going to do right now is take a break for 3.5 minutes, and then we'll come right back. What I'm going to do, though, is play another clip from that interview series that I keep talking about. These are videos now on the Tuber Chat channel that are listed in a playlist and as a podcast, and they're very informative because they go on for an hour to 2 hours long each. All of the creators featured are longtime friends of ours here in the Tuber Chat family. They've all been with us for at least 3 years, so they know exactly what we need to hear, knowing that they have all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. So I noticed that you also mentioned subscribers for a quick second there when you're talking about especially the effects you put on the screen or the end of your video. Don't forget to subscribe, things like this. What else can you tell us, especially for anybody just starting their YouTube journey, about how to get more subscribers for their channel?
Still back to just asking. Like, you would be surprised how many people don't say subscribe to my channel.
No.
Just a simple hit that subscribe button, you know, I would appreciate it. I don't do a whole lot of promoting, but promoting your channel works very well. I think honestly, if people can feel like they have a connection to you, if you're talking, if you're giving great information, if they sort of feel that vibe, they're going to naturally be like, oh, I like this person. But sometimes people will watch and just never subscribe. And sometimes it's just because they just don't think about it. It's like, oh, I didn't even realize I wasn't subscribed to you. So that one little ask is sometimes all the people need to just, subscribe to the channel. I think also realizing that not everybody is going to subscribe. Realizing that they might watch your video, but for whatever reason, they just don't want to subscribe to it. Or they just come there for that one reason, that to see that video, and now they're going to go. I think having people promote you is a good thing. And that's also something I think should naturally happen.
Okay.
I know a lot of us, when we start out, we think we have the best ideas, the best personality, and we're going to blow up overnight. And it just doesn't happen like that in the real world. You know, it's going to take time, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with, you might never hit 10,000 subscribers, and that's okay. Be there for the 400 that are coming back, Be there for the ones that are coming back, and show them that you appreciate them being there, because eventually those are the ones that will mention your name to somebody else.
Yes.
Or, those, if they don't, but they're still coming back. So we have to be okay. I think that's what a lot of new vloggers need to learn. You have to be okay that you might not blow up. You might not be as fabulous as you think you are. Somebody is still going to be like, no, I don't like her. And that's okay. That's okay.
All right, we're just about back. We're going to look at Elisa's adventures in cruising. Forgive me for anybody that I missed coming into the chat. I'm not sure if cruising on the high season travel. Oh, there they are. They're still here. So I just sent you a message on Instagram, by the way, just about rating if you would like. So Tuber Chat will be done 30 minutes before you start, but I can live redirect and rate in if you'd like. I also see that the Stock Explorer's in the house. And I think they just slipped and accidentally hid you, but it's okay. Scratch and PPA caught that. But thank you. Yeah, I make mistakes like that occasionally as well, but it's all in fun. I've got the Stock Explorer. I'm about to have the Stock Explorer on the wheel as well. And I've been missing all the Stock Explorer streams. It's funny, this week I've been on more than I have been in months, and I haven't been able to catch a Stock Explorer. I caught Ted from Florida Claimers, Ted, doing a stream, but I'm not sure if Nora was on that or not. And then, pardon me, Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. I'm just going to talk about this channel in a second, because we did have one thing mentioned in the chat. I think it was Crafty Witch mentioned the idea of affiliate marketing or affiliate programs. So what my assumption is, you're talking about like Amazon Associates and other affiliate programs where you can earn money basically by just linking to other people's products and things like that. And it has really expanded over the years. Things have changed, gotten easier, better than ever, let's just say. But I've been a grandfathered in Amazon associate for as long as I can remember now, and I have small amounts of Amazon, money that trickle in, let's just say. And it's really cool. One of the channels that I run does literally like sometimes thousands of dollars in a year just in affiliate income, and it pays for everything: GoPros, phones, computers, and everything else. And it really is that simple. All you have to do, there's very strict rules about those kinds of things. Like, you can't email people links and stuff like that, not really. But what you can do is make affiliate links in your YouTube videos. So I'll show you an example if I don't destroy my stream here. I've got a Stream Deck XL. And this is a really cool device. Very expensive. It's $400 for that thing, Canadian, so $300 American. But I have had it for a long time. My girlfriend bought me a smaller one a while ago. I tried it, loved it, and had to have this. And this is how I, press different buttons, sometimes the wrong ones, but I play those clips and everything else. Now, because so many people in this community will probably be interested to know about that, I can link to that in our video descriptions or in an equipment list and things like that. And then if I was to do an unboxing and product review video of the Stream Deck, for instance, I would say, by the way, I'll link to this in the video description. Anybody searching for a Stream Deck review or how to use the thing or tips and tricks and things like that will likely be inspired or encouraged to click your links. What happens then is, in Amazon's case, no matter what anybody buys within the next 24 hours, so let's say a Stock Explorer clicked on a link, but they were just buying a couple things on Amazon, Christmas gifts, couple of clothes, and maybe a new microphone or something like that. You get 1 or 2% or whatever it is for that category for anything anybody buys for 24 hours. They don't have to buy the thing that you were promoting, which makes it incredible, in my opinion. And as long as your link is the last one that they clicked, in 24 hours, the last affiliate link, we all know that most people have an Amazon cart with a few things in it just waiting to be cashed out. I have stuff in my Amazon cart all the time. Sometimes I save it for another day if it's not important, but I always have something I can order. But this gives you an example of what is possible. And then in our YouTube channels, you'll often hear me talk about the idea of monetizing in different ways, finding different ways to build streams of income, and that can be a very significant one for anybody that follows Oh, what's Sean Cannell's channel again? Not Video Creators, the other one. I talk about it all the time, and I can't remember the name of the channel now. But Sean Cannell and Benji's channel. They make, I believe, hundreds of thousands of dollars, possibly even into the millions, just from that. So it's just an idea, but I just want to encourage it. So if anybody hasn't already looked into those things, may not be right for everybody, but I'm sure it's right for 99% of us, and it could bring in extra income, right? It's very nice, even if it takes a long time, for you to have some affiliate money come in, and then all of a sudden when you need something for $100, you don't have to pay for it on Amazon because you got Amazon affiliate money there. You can cash it out for literally money if you want to, or you can just have products sent, and I do it all the time. So Elisa's Adventures in Cruising is up on the screen right now, and this creator's working on 1,200 subscribers. For a couple of years there, we weren't able to see a lot of cruising and travel content, but a couple of years ago, we started to have this influx of cruising and travel channels, and Elisa's Adventures in Cruising has been a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter over all this time. I believe she's been with us over 2 years now. Monetize, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. She might be on a cruise, she might be talking about a cruise, she might be bringing us a little bit of extra variety in content on her channel. I'm just going to grab the latest Vlogmas video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That'll give me a chance to somewhat keep caught up with her. I know I'm behind, and then I'll get into shorts videos, and some of these have done well, 2,600, 2,800, and then live streams on the channel as well. Elisa's Adventures in Cruising will both go live outdoors and indoors to just give us a chat, either about travel or whatever comes up from the chat at the time. She does a great job of keeping up with everybody as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. We'll spin the wheel and we'll get to the next channel, which is going to be, I think we looked at Scratching with Riz, right? Let me just double check, because I think I said I wasn't already connected, but I will be after today's stream. Yeah, so we looked at that one already. So we're one channel ahead. And I'll spin again. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. So I've got Heaven's Fire 18 on the wheel now. We always put members on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, along with moderators. The Stock Explorer happens to be both, so I've got them on the wheel as soon as they came in a little while ago. The wheel has chosen them already, so they got a bit of luck today. And the Stock Explorer started their channel by talking about the stock markets with a little bit of crypto. And they do that in a level-headed and down-to-earth way with everything from beginner tutorials to advanced topics. They bring us shorts, videos, and streams, and they've really expanded the content over the last couple of years. So Nora is known to have product in hand a lot of the time. It's interesting to go back and see some of these videos, right? Talking about NVIDIA a couple of years ago, and now that company's exploded. But this creator also has expanded into some lottery ticket scratching. They do a lot of this now, both in live streams and videos. They got a series right here called Scratching with Strangers, where they're literally meeting people and scratching lottery tickets with them right away. Shorts on the channel feature even more variety, but some of these have done well, getting into 2,800, 4,100 views, and even 11,000 on one of these, and I think that one still trickles in views actually. And then live streams on the channel are frequent. So like I said, I've missed the last couple. Nora doesn't have a schedule. She's on whenever she can be, usually 2-3 times a week. A lot of collaborations with other creators. So sometimes we see Nora like this for friendly conversation. Sometimes there are StreamYard panels, and then sometimes there's lottery ticket scratch battling, with other creators, which is very exciting as well. And I've joined Nora on her channel once before. This creator also happens to have a second channel called Tropical Buzz. I'll leave it to you to check that out. It's at the bottom of their front page. But Nora is another dear friend to me, dear friend to all of our moderators, and one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my 7 years on YouTube. So I hope everybody will connect with her, push her towards the 2,300 subscribers we know she's thinking about. I'll spin the wheel, and it looks like we're going to see Crystal Sparkle now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Oh, pardon me. I've been muted all this time. My dear goodness. Oh, pardon me, because I don't even know how long I've been muted for. Oh, did we, pardon me for not being sure, unless that was some kind of a glitch. Did we hear my description of the Stock Explorers channel? Or was I muted for all of that? I'm just curious to know before I go any farther. Or if the microphone was just muted after I played that last clip talking about swapping playlists and everything. Okay, thank you, Scratch and PPA. That must have been a glitch, because there's a button I push on the Stream Deck, and I figure something's wrong with it today. I don't know why. But, yeah, I didn't think I muted the mic, but that's okay. Thank you for that, and forgive the slip up there. So Crystal Sparkle is probably the most enthusiastic creator in the chat, especially when it comes to Vlogmas lately. She's been with us many months now. And when we look at a lot of channels today, we see Vlogmas happening as a series. She's actually got her latest video coming out tonight, right after Superchat. So right around the same time that Cruising on the High Season Travel is going to be live, so we know there'll be fresh content. And they've been putting out their Vlogmas series, obviously, daily. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. I watched another one this morning. This is what I mean about going through that catch-up list. But for the last couple of days, or this week anyway, I've been able to sit there and like actually watch videos and have time to go through them and comment on them. And this video was interesting. They went out to a movie theater in the middle of it. They took us to a restaurant as well, but they went out to this movie theater, and she was drinking what I think was a slushie in the middle of the movie theater. And I don't think we have that here, because it struck me as being pretty odd. But Crystal Sparkle is going to bring a lot of variety, especially into these vlog videos. This creator is known for bringing us to a lot of conventions and demonstration, celebration type ideas. Lots of performances, charity auctions sometimes at these conventions. A lot of cosplay, and a lot are My Little Pony based themes, which that, you know, My Little Pony as a idea has resurfaced many times over a lifetime. The Stock Explorer is going to do live stream tomorrow morning with tickets. Cruise Bolero, I've got you on the wheel. And then Crystal Sparkle's got some shorts here that have gotten into 3,000, 3,300, won over 18,000 views, which is great to see, and then live streams on the channel as well. So in between the conventions that they bring us to, it looks like they're bringing some different content as well. I wish I caught this one. Looks like they're giving us a look around their area maybe, unless they took off somewhere. And then Crystal Sparkle's working on 1,500 subscribers as well. So this is somebody who right away came into the Superchat family. I forget how long it's been now. It's got to be long over 6 months, if I'm not mistaken. And I've been wrong about those kind of things many times. But Crystal Sparkle right away, very enthusiastic in the chat, always engaging true conversation. And I see her out not only supporting other creators, but collaborating with others as well. She inspired I Am Betty J Gathers to aim for 12 live stream interview videos, which I was a part of after, gratefully. And then I caught Crystal Sparkle on live stream with I Am Betty J Gathers the other day as well, which is really cool. Heaven's Fire 18 is coming up right now. I see Cruising on the High Season Travel switched their start time, so they're going to be on right after Tuber Chat another hour from now. I forgot that we started a half an hour later than we usually do, so we'll get through as many channels as we can in the next hour or so. And then Heaven's Fire 18, let's see what they got going on. They got some information in their About section. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Heaven's Fire 18 gives us information about what to expect on the channel, but they're bringing a lot of variety, actually. A lot of furry friends over here, and you'll read about that in the About section. I'm just going to grab some of this winter weather and put that into my catch-up list here. We finally got into the extreme cold around Toronto. I think it was like -5 all day today or something like that. I only had to go out for a few hours, but my dear goodness. And at night, I think we're expecting terribly cold weather now. Heaven's Fire 18 is working on 80 subscribers right now. We want to get them a little bit closer to that first 100. That's an exciting and important milestone in everybody's YouTube journey. And then shorts on this channel have gotten into 500 and almost 600 views as well. And then when we look at live streams, we see that they've done a few of these. They did one yesterday, which is cool. So I might take that and put that in my catch-up list, and that'll give me a chance to give you a watch hour there. And then Heaven's Fire 18 is with us for just about every stream since finding us. They've been with us a few months now as well. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll get to another channel in a second here. It looks like Hadgeways is going to come up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Because I forgot about the time change today, I'm probably overdue for adding channels to the wheel. So Paranormal Poet and Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen have both been added. Hadgeways we're going to look at right now. They bring us a lot of travel. Sat and watched one of their videos this morning as well. This was a Christmas market, and this is really cool because a lot of major cities are going to have things like this. But it's always great to see what other cultures are doing or other countries are doing, even when we have so much in common. Now Hadgeways is going to bring us travel, and you get an idea from a lot of their thumbnails about the different places that they're going to bring us. But they do a great job of keeping up with the conversation during these either vlogging style videos, or I know they do some live streaming as well. So hopefully everybody will catch them for these. We got notification bells on for every single channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. And then they got shorts over here, 1,400, 1,700 views and beyond, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they're working on 2,700 subscribers, so I'm hoping we can get them a little bit farther towards that milestone as well. We'll spin the wheel, and we are about to look at Crafty Witch. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. So this is a popular name for a channel. You see my search results here. Even though we're subscribed, it takes a little while for me to scroll down and find it. What we want to do is match the avatar to the creator in the chat. They're right there. and then we know that this is the right Crafty Witch. Now, your search results are going to be different than mine because some of it is based on geographics, right? YouTube is always trying to figure out what we're looking for. But the channels that are hardest to find are the ones that need our help the most. So the more we search, find, and click on each other's names, the more we're going to rise up the search results. And then YouTube will eventually do a better job of predicting when people are looking for our channel. So Crafty Witch right now has 177 subscribers, and I say it all the time, but I find by the time a channel gets to around 800, maybe a little bit less, they come up #1 around the world for their name because they're so active, right? So Crafty Witch is a channel I'm still getting to know, but I'm going to put this latest video into my catch-up list. You'll get a watch hour there. Shorts on the channel as well feature more of the things that they're creating. And I'm still learning about the channel, but from what I understand, what I caught in this live stream the other day, nice short here for 13,000, by the way, they were making a, I'm going to give a spoiler alert here, they were making a Snoopy character. There it is. So this is, and I guess you finished it too, this is a combination, I believe, of crochet, a cross-stitch crocheter and 3D print enthusiast. So they mix the two together. That is a really cool mashup idea, the first that I've seen. And some of the time, I can't tell just from a thumbnail whether it's the 3D printed part of what they're doing. A lot of pop culture referenced here as well, which is cool. Or the crochet that they talk about as well. And there's more information in the About section, so I'll be looking forward to more of what you're doing on the channel. We'd love to push them towards the 200 subscribers we know they're thinking about. So I'll spin the wheel. Pardon me. We'll get another channel ready to go in a quick second here. And Cruz Bolero is going to come up, and right before we do that, we're going to take another break. I'll try to make it quick so we can get through a lot of channels in the next 45 minutes or so. And right before we go on that break, I'm going to play another clip from our interview series. And this is a bunch of videos now on the Superchat channel. There's 4 episodes. They're both videos in a playlist and as a podcast in an interview series. All of the creators that are featured are longtime friends, and they've all long passed their 10,000 subscribers. One of the things that comes along with monetization on YouTube that used to require 30,000 subscribers is memberships, and that's open to everybody that gets monetized after 500 subscribers now, or just about everybody. So one of the things that creators will ask is how can they increase the number of memberships over time on their channel? What advice would you give to somebody to increase the number of members and watch that grow if that's something that's on their mind?
Yo, you better get your pencil out for this one. I take this part very seriously in my membership. Our membership is $1.99. It's low. Okay. And I did that intentionally. I don't have any other tiers. I have one tier. It's $1.99. It's the fun zone, basically. We have, I don't know, 24 emojis available, and everybody gets a new banner or a new badge. And it's creative and it's evolving all the time. I change those out consistently. Sometimes during the holidays is a good example. I changed out almost every single one of those emojis for members. I must have picked up, and I think we're right around 600 members. I think we probably picked up an extra 100 because once Halloween came, everything changed throughout the entire holiday season. We're about to hit Easter, and I'm doing it again. So showing your members that you're changing, people love new things. They love it when it's new. And that's a simple thing that you can do. It's all free, whether you use Pexels or you use an AI generator, Midjourney. You can create all that so fast and so easy. It probably takes me to do, I see 24 up there. So I think it takes me maybe 2 hours to do every single one of those.
Right.
Yeah. And now you have a fresh palette all the way around.
That's a wonderful idea. So much so I'm holding myself back from laughing because I expect to take a page out of your book and probably do that on at least the Tuber Chat channel. So thank you for that.
In encouraging everybody to join your membership program, or not so much encouraging, reminding them that you have a membership program. And as soon as you do that, everybody in your channel that's a member will start dropping those special emojis. Now, I tweak it a little bit too because I have the floating emotes. When we are in a non-emergency or eruptive time where we can take a breath and it's a little bit more relaxed, I have some pages, my live streams. When you do the emojis, they float all over the screen for fun. Mm-hmm. And then you see at a large customized emoji that you can only get by being a member, $1.99 is not too far off. People love it.
Wow, that's gold. Thank you for this. All right, we're just about back. Yeah, thank you for asking, Crafty Witch. All of the music you hear in the background of Tuber Chat is available as copyright-free music that anybody can use in their videos and streams and shorts. If you are posting, it's posted everywhere, like published legitimately. So if you check TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, anywhere where you make content, you'll find it in the music systems, including YouTube Music and we have a channel set up where we're doing live streams for a while that have lengthy collections of music that can be played, and there's only about 60 songs over there, and it's all like Saturday night dance floor type music, but it can be used, and you hear it faintly in the background of Superchat while we're doing what we're doing here, but that channel can be found on the front page at the very bottom of the Superchat channel. So Cruise Bolero's up on the screen right now, and this is another creator who's going to bring us cruising and travel-based content. I'm just going to grab the latest video that they've got here and put that into my catch-up list, a hotel review. Travel content's always been a huge category on YouTube, but I've got a couple of videos that are well performing, and it's because it's travel, just hotel reviews, and they're really easy to do, or they can be, in my opinion. I shouldn't say it's easy. I have done them in a very simple way. We've got a lot of creators that do a much more thorough job than what I've done, but some of the videos do really, really well. So Cruise Bolero, I'll be looking forward to seeing that one. They've got a lot of other travel-based content. You can see like the thumbnails and the rollovers for travel content is enticing, let's just say, in most cases. Cruise Bolero's out there supporting other creators as well. I run into them constantly when I'm bouncing in between premieres and live streams. And they're here with us frequently as well. And they've got some shorts on the channel as well. So these have started to move into well over 400 views, almost 500 over there. Hopefully everybody will connect with Cruise Bolero. And let's spin the wheel. We're going to start moving a little bit faster now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then when we look at Nez Lover, we see a creator that's going to bring us art more than anything else. And when I added another couple of channels onto the wheel, by the way, if I didn't already mention, Paranormal Poet and Bell's Whisper Farmstead Kristen are on there. Nez Lover's almost at 3,000 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer towards that milestone. It's exciting, of course. Every 1,000 is a great accomplishment. When we dig through the videos here, there's a bit of variety, but a lot of times you're going to find clips from what otherwise would be a live stream where they actually make the art that I talk about when I talk about this channel. So I've caught them many times for live streams, and I thought I just caught you the other day. Was I mistaken? I thought so. Unless it was a premiere that you were dropping. Maybe that's what I caught. Or maybe I just watched a video. And forgive me for being confused about that. Now, Nez Lover's been with us a long time. They've actually been with us for what I think is a few years by now. And then let's look at the shorts on the channel. These feature a little bit more variety, as we can see, but these have gotten into 2,400, even 18,000 on one of them, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with Nez Lover, and like I said, they're working on 3,000 subscribers. We'd love to get them a little bit closer to that milestone. We'll spin the wheel. We get another channel up onto the screen. Makeup Mom and Son is coming up right now. I know everybody was talking, well, there was a conversation about light conversation about Christmas movies in the chat. And while I'm not usually one, or ever really, to pick like, a Hallmark channel or something like that to sit and watch Christmas movies, the one thing that I can say I do like about a lot of them is the positivity, right? They're always like heartwarming. A lot of the stories have, similar storylines and this and that, but the at least it's positive. So when I walk in on somebody who's watching Christmas movies, I'm not going to complain, because I'm like, there's a lot worse things you could be watching than this. Makeup Mom and Son is another dear friend, and she is here as a beloved and dedicated moderator. She's working on 2,900 subscribers, so she'll be thinking about 3,000 pretty soon. She's involved in Vlogmas. She does really well when it comes to series of videos, and this is really cool, because I think what she's doing, if I'm not mistaken, is she's doing a different advent calendar every day. I didn't catch on to that right away, but I watched this video this morning and I said, what a collection you got there. But that's really cool. So a lot of different types of advent calendars there. And I think those have even become more popular over the years. I wonder if YouTube has to do with that because of creators like Michelle who are unboxing these things. She's done a lot of product reviews, unboxing videos. She started with makeup and beauty, moved into a lot of Halloween series. She's done a ton of live streaming. I've joined her both on her channel and many others for lots of live streams. She does these occasionally now, but she's interviewed a lot of other creators and introduced us to a lot of friends. And I've been a part of that interview series as well, which I'm grateful for. She's monetized lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And you get an idea of some of the elaborate looks that she goes through, especially in times like Halloween with some of her shorts videos. And Makeup Mom and Son has gotten into 37,000 and 43,000 views on a couple of these shorts, which is great to see. And she's got another channel here that I can talk about. Kaden Plays It is her son's channel. Of course, Mom is helping Son on this channel, but this is literally the son of Makeup Mom and Son. So there's Kaden right there. We get a little bit of variety, product reviews, unboxings, a chance to get to know Kaden, some shorts. Mom's helping out there as well. And then live streams as well. So we might see some more Roblox or other video gameplay from this creator. We'll be looking forward to it. But Makeup Mom and Son, like all of our moderators, is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey. Rambling with the Brooms just walked in, so I've got them on the wheel as well. And then, yeah, Peter Dell, I don't know if I'm going to do anymore. I'm going to have to see if anything like that comes up ever again. I actually did a DJ gig for a friend the other day. Pardon me for 1 second. So a friend of a friend of mine is getting married, a lifelong friend, like, you know, I've known the guy 20 years or 25 years, whatever it is by now. And he said, oh, I want to pay you to DJ my, because I used to be a DJ, I want to pay you to DJ my Jack and Jill party, we call it. There's a lot of different names for those. Buck and Doe parties, Jack and Jill parties, or whatever. So it's just a party with a bunch of games and dancing and dinner and all this stuff. And I said, well, you don't have to pay me because I would have otherwise taken a bunch of money, put it in an envelope for you for your wedding, as people these days do. So I just ended up doing it as more of a favor. But I haven't been doing a lot of those things, and I have a small system of my own. I used to DJ nightclubs and stuff, so I don't need speakers and all that stuff, but I have a few. But I don't have any coming up right now, and I'm not sure if I'm going to get back into that that kind of thing regularly. It's tough not to, because the money can be fantastic, especially for somebody with my experience, but I also don't like being out late at 2 or 3 in the morning and having anything take over. I'm hoping to be able to spend more time on Superchat as a channel and the things that we're doing to make some more helpful content in the next while. So I want to try to avoid anything that gets in my mind about distracting from that, other ideas and things. But we'll see. But thank you for mentioning it. And I do have a few videos on my personal channel where I did finally do a live DJ set at a place that I'd been working for many years, and it's typical pop music, like, you know, Saturday night dance floor stuff. Intrepid's good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Jeremy D-Day's been here a while as well. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody in the chat. Paranormal Poet is up now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Yeah, Just Chasing Keto and More is a DJ as well. I didn't remember if he'd already said that he still does them once in a while. But it's a handful of work as well, you know, especially I'm getting a little bit older, carrying the stuff around. It's the setup and the takedown that is the worst part, but we'll see. The Paranormal Poet is over 3,000 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther, though. Get them working towards the 4,000 they'll soon be thinking about. This creator is an interesting narrator. Actually, I've caught them for live streams as well and seen them collaborating with others in StreamYard panel. So they do a little bit of ASMR type content. They're going to do some narrating. They're going to give us a chance to get to know them. I've got their latest video in my catch-up list here. They're fairly new in the Superchat family, but they've been here many times now. 300, almost 400 views on some of the shorts videos, and then live streams, like I said. So they're on frequently, actually. I didn't realize it was already 2 weeks ago since I caught you, but hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. They seem to be on every few days or so. Obviously, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I hope everybody will connect with them if you haven't already. You'll be impressed by their voice for sure. I used to work in radio, so I'm always happy to meet somebody that's got another voice that could be used for narrating and things like that. And then we're going to look at I Am Betty J Gathers. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done. You don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Create and Relate is in the house. They happen to be a member, so I'm going to put them on the wheel right now. And I Am Betty J Gathers is a longtime dear friend. She's been with us about 4 years. I haven't done a lot of StreamYard panels lately, but I did manage to get together with her on Sunday, just a few days ago. And we talked for what was, an hour and a half. She's usually on for an hour, but we extended it because I can't stop talking. And we had a great conversation, and you know, every time I talk to somebody on their channel about YouTube, let's just say, I'm able to really expand on some of the ideas that I have to rush through here in Superchat. So if you wanted to know some of the stories, like about our mods, I talked about that glitch that goes on where people can't get into the chat. Hopefully they'll fix that someday and everything else. But Betty and I have known each other a long time and had several conversations behind the scenes of YouTube. Well, often creators reach out to me. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, and Twitter occasionally as well. So it was natural for I Am Betty J Gathers and I to have a great conversation. So I hope everybody will check out that replay. And that was just from a few days ago. It's part of a series that was inspired by Crystal Sparkle. Now, I Am Betty J Gathers is live regularly, but they were challenged to do 12 live streams basically over the Christmas season, let's say. So it's cool that she's got that going on. Lots of familiar faces there. I've got the notification on for the next one. I Am Betty J Gathers literally typically talks about living her best life over 60, but most of her content, if not all of it, can relate to anybody. And she's always engaging, cares very much about the YouTube journey, is willing to help and give insight into her own YouTube journey when she has people with new channels coming through. This creator's got some shorts as well that have gotten into 10,000 views and beyond, which is really cool because you don't often see a creator doing so well with shorts when they're all talking head videos like this. But I Am Betty J Gathers is obviously a dynamic creator, always motivating, always inspiring. And then when we get into videos, we see that she really mixes things up. She was doing a lot of vlogging for a long time. And that gives us insight into her day, her home. She takes us out on the road as well as vlogging typically does. So hopefully everybody will connect with I Am Betty J Gathers. We'd love to push her towards the 2,500 subscribers she's thinking about. We know she's monetized. Lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And then let's spin the wheel. We'll get Trish the Natural up. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then Trish the Natural is up on the screen right now. and we'll see what they've got going on. They're working on 2,800 subscribers. Wow. It's interesting because, you know, some of our friends we see all the time. Now, I know not everybody can be here for every stream, and certainly not for 3 hours every time we're on. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, but I find it interesting when I, you know, sit there and think, like Trish the Natural's been with us a while. I think she's been with us a couple years by now, right? And when everybody starts their YouTube journey and starts their YouTube channel, we all start at zero. And some channels grow faster than others, and there's a million different, you know, reasons for that kind of thing. And hopefully everybody's okay with the idea that YouTube, of course, like most things in life, is not a race. Your channel's your business. Your channel's, you know, up to you what you want to do with it. And most of us are okay with the idea of just doing as much as we can and growing, you know, however we can. But I do find it heartwarming to see some of our friends who've started their channels since Superchat's been here for about 4.5 years now, and grow all the way to approaching 3,000 subscribers and beyond, which is great. So Trish the Natural's given a professional look to her channel. Every thumbnail gets a professional look and bright bold headshots to make her recognizable. The most obvious thing about this is that, first of all, she's a dynamic creator, but the thumbnail gives the exact idea of what's in the video, if that makes any sense. I gotta find a better way to say that, but you know what I mean. You roll over the video and you're right into exactly what you clicked on, and that's going to do really well for retention, not to mention recognizability because of those bright bold headshots. Now, this creator also has done really well with a lot of tribute shorts, getting into 27,000, 43,000 and beyond, and then live streams on the channel as well. She's done these up to a couple of months ago. Sometimes she's been on with I Am Betty J Gathers, as a matter of fact. I'm always happy to see creators collaborating. You can see how much fun they have when they're together as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Trish the Natural, obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then I'll spin the wheel, but I know that Dark Swordsman Gaming just came in and dropped a super chat, so I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. They've done that kind of thing countless times before, but we always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel after we look at create and relate in another few minutes. So when we look at Dark Swordsman Gaming, give me a second, then we'll talk about their content. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into TuberChat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then Dark Swordsman Gaming is going to bring us a lot of gameplay videos. This creator's actually introduced at least myself to games I hadn't otherwise known about, but they do something interesting on their channel. So you notice they've got these colorful frames around their thumbnails. And these are for the purpose, I believe, of letting the viewers know when they get to the channel, hey, if you like this game, Final Fantasy 13, just watch any green colored video and you know that that's going to be something you want to watch. Same thing for Dark Souls here with the yellow frames, and then it goes on and on throughout the channel. But that's a cool idea, and Dark Swordsman Gaming has been at this for a long time. So they're posting frequently, and then they've got shorts that have just started. So they posted one a while back, and live streams are frequent as well. So live streams are really, I think, where the magic happens on this channel, because they're on 2 or 3 times a week, and I've been lucky to catch them. You can see fairly frequently, and lots of different gameplay, all popular titles, some independent, some AAA, but always entertaining. And Dark Swordsman Gaming's been another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for as long as I can remember. It's literally been years. They dropped a super chat right now, so we looked at their channel right away, but they've done that kind of thing countless times before as well. So thank you again for another super chat. I really do appreciate that extra generous support. Like I always say, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And then Dark Swordsman Gaming is working on 200 subscribers. They're literally going to have it any minute. If anybody here hasn't already connected with them, we all know what it's like to hit different milestones. I hope a few people will connect with Dark Swordsman Gaming right now, because they'd love to get that 200. And I know it's easier said than done, but if you can keep going for a little while and grab yourself another few subscribers, you'll get that 200 locked in. You won't slip below it after. I'm going to start dropping links, actually, for a live stream that we're going to go and see from Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, who's another longtime friend. They're going to start early for us in another 15 minutes, and we'll be able to go over there and meet more friends, and in the same way that we do here. So that's just an idea. Create and Relate is coming up next. We'll take a short break and be right back. All right, we're just about back again. We're looking at Create and Relate. So just before you notice that I'm not yet subscribed to this channel, they were up the other day, and I just want to show you something. So I always promise that I'm going to go through my watch later list and connect with new channels. You see that I've got a few here that I've still got to go through. Scratching with Riz is now in there. Create and Relate is there. So I still got another video for you. But I'm going to make sure I do that actually right after this stream. So I'm just going to go ahead and subscribe. But what I'm also going to do is go through your videos here, because I got to get to know this channel. I'm going to take the latest one and I'm going to put this into my catch-up list, so I get another piece of content watched. One of the things I like about putting channels on the screen here in Superchat is that over time I get to know the channels over weeks and months by hanging out in premieres, live streams, and watching videos. I get to know the content, and if you want to reach out on the other social networks, I'm always happy to get to know creators in that way. I'm on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. So when we look at this channel, this is Stacy, and they give us quite a bit of information here. They're going to bring new products, unbox goodies, tackle DIY projects. They're going to try some makeovers and indulge in some arts and crafts, as well as some conversation on the channel. So I'll be looking forward to getting to know your content. They're working on 80 subscribers right now. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. Shorts on the channel have gotten into 900 views and beyond, but one over 1,300, which is great to see. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Create and Relate. They've been with us a few times now, but obviously another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And then Bella's Whisper Farmstead is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Paranormal Poet, we saw Paralife TV. Your Everyday Wheelchair Ninja is Shane, another fellow Canadian, and I met up with him this summer, actually. I've got him on the wheel now, and then put New Horizons Above and Beyond on the wheel. Jevin Richardson was already added, and then Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is up right now. I might have to go for another second here, and then I'm going to come right back. We're not going to go for 3 minutes. It should just be a minute. All right, pardon me for that. For anybody that's brand new. Sorry, pardon me for that. We're looking at Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen. This is Homesteading on a Budget. They've actually changed up their banner recently, and they let us know we're expecting homesteading tips, recipes, along with how-to and do-it-yourself videos. And I'm just going to drop a link here for a quick second. And then, yeah, Cruising on the High Season Travel is going to go live in a few minutes here. So we'll go slightly over time, and I'll leave this stream running for an extra 3 minutes like we always do, so everybody can clean up their connections here. But everybody will be welcome to head over to Cruising on the High Season Travel and meet more friends over there. as well, the same way we do here. So Bella's Whisper Farmstead Kristen is bringing actually quite a few recipes lately. I enjoyed this cookie video because what Kristen is doing lately is bringing us recipes, and this is just a small part of the channel, but that are simple, easy to make, and with only a few ingredients. You see here, like 4 ingredient cookies, and I was surprised to see this made with a cake mix from a box here. Just because I've never seen cookies made with cake mix, but I get an idea of what these likely taste like. They actually makes me think I might actually attempt that. She's been doing a lot of interesting things lately, but one of the things that goes on with this channel is there's a lot of thought and consideration put into the planning of the videos before they're made, and then into the filming and production of the videos as well. A lot of information packed into some of these, and we've got a lot of homesteading friends now. It's obviously a huge category on YouTube, but Bella's Whisper Farmstead is speaking to us particularly about homesteading on a budget, like I said. Shorts on the channel as well have gotten into 2,700 views, 3,400 views and beyond, all in line with their long form content. And then sometimes Kristen will take us for a look around her area, or walking us down by the water, or bringing us by the fire, and she'll likely bring more of these eventually. So we've got the notification bell on for every single channel that's in the spirit of doing as much as we possibly can for each other, of course. We'll rush through the next few channels here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description, you'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And thank you everybody for the kind words in the chat as well. Moments of Willpower, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in, and hopefully you're feeling welcome as well. Rooted in Essential Oils is up on the screen right now. This is Famous. I didn't realize how popular the first name Famous was. I forget if I said that the other day. I meant to, but after I watched The Office 100 times, they have a character that comes in named Famous there, which I think is actually a true story and a real person. There's a couple people who play themselves in real life in that TV show, which is a mockumentary, which I think is hilarious. But Rooted in Essential Oils is often named in the chat. This creator is going to talk about essential oils on their channel more than anything else, but they often will bring a bit of variety also, as we can see. This creator does a lot of live streaming. They've got some shorts here as well. These have gotten into 2,600 and 2,700 views and beyond, but when we get into the live streams, we see that this creator's on all the time. And essential oils themselves lend themselves perfectly to the idea of YouTube videos, because there's so many different things that can be done with them. And not that I know anything, I don't know anything at all about essential oils, except for the fact that they have different benefits, and when you put a couple of them together, many of them, you can find a lot of different benefit that comes from combinations, if that makes any sense. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rooted in Essential Oil, see what I'm talking about, get towards the 1,500 subscribers on this channel. And then I see Greenland Quilter Katie is dropping a super chat. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. So we'll look at this channel right now, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Lucy Grace 56, thank you. I thought you were here earlier, but I could be wrong. But thank you. I'm always good. Thank you for asking. Hopefully you're doing well. And then oh, how long is my playlist? Yeah, on this channel, average 780 live streams at over 2 hours each. And it's, whatever that works out to. I wouldn't even be able to do that math in my head. Moments of Willpower is just saying they're struggling with the idea of niching down. So here's the thing. lots of creators that we meet have variety channels. I do myself. I started that way. I continue to run a couple of variety channels. However, the biggest YouTubers who talk about the things we talk about here are going to say that the best thing to do is niche down with razor sharp focus. And I agree. In 99% of cases or more, it really is the best idea. But I don't want that to stop anybody from just making content. You know, because it's like, well, you know, if I can't, you know, if I'm going to do water reviews, I only want to do water reviews, and that means if I've got a special mug that I want to talk about, I can't talk about that because it's not really water. Well, you know, we all have to make the right decision for ourselves based on what we're going to be able to handle, what we enjoy making. Some creators opt to spread into second channels for that reason, and I never want to recommend that really to anybody. I have done it myself, but you'll notice that this channel, Superchat, has razor sharp focus. We do one thing and one thing only, right? Whereas I have a personal channel that's all variety. I film unboxing videos, I do outdoor live streaming. It doesn't matter, it still, you know, does its thing. Whether these channels, you know, I don't expect Superchat to ever hit 100,000 because we're looking for the right people, not the most people. Every other channel that I run, of course, we want as many as we can. I don't know if any of them will get to 100,000 or anything like that. But these are just ideas, right? What I often recommend to people is, instead of starting a channel, for instance, is to try doing a series of videos on your channel if it's appropriate already, and then see how you feel about doing it. See how it works, see how you like it. If you're going to be able to keep up with it, then think about breaking off into a second channel. But a lot of times we see creators make drastic changes, like, oh, I'm changing my channel name, or I'm changing my channel content, and then they change it back again 2 weeks later. And it happens frequently, so I don't wish that headache on anybody. And I'll tell you this as well. For one creator in particular, I run 3 different channels now. He's got 4, but he runs one himself. But the other ones, in retrospect, I wish we had kept all the content on one channel, because all we do is cross-promote all the channels all the time, and it would have been well over 100,000 subscribers now. But it's not, because the stuff is split and the channels are behind, not by my own personal fault, but if we don't have content to put up, or the creator doesn't, right? So these are just ideas. But there's nothing wrong with variety, and one of the best things about YouTube is we can change our mind 1,000,000 times if we want to. An umbrella of kindness and hope, and it's a big umbrella, which is great. So, yeah, I take a line out of the TV show 24, when they had a female president and the first gentleman was talking to her, and she was wondering about a decision, and he said, the right decision is whatever you decide it is. And that's the truth, I think, in almost everything in life, right? So, Greenland Quilter, Katie, thank you again for a super chat. This creator is going to bring us some quilting. We've got a few friends that do this now, and she's got quite a community around her already with 2,200 subscribers. But she's also going to give us a look around Greenland, and she's given us some really beautiful views in some of these videos. A lot of collaborations with other creators. You'll see that in the live streams in a second. And then shorts on the channel give us another look around Greenland and other things. She's gotten into 2,100, 2,800 views and beyond. Here's the live stream, so once in a while it might go outdoors, but a lot of StreamYard panels here as well, so we get to know about quilting and whatever other conversation is going to come up, and these creators will help each other and we can learn from them while we're there. Let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up onto the screen. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then Just Jason Keto and More has some great advice in the chat as well. Jevin Richardson is up on the screen. This creator brings us plane spotting. So we're going to find aircraft of all different types. I'm just going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. And it looks like they got a premiere coming up later this month as well. Jevin Richardson is working on 2,200 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And they're here with us frequently, always enthusiastic in the chat. And they've got some shorts on their channel as well, getting into 14,000, 19,000, 43,000 views, which is great to see. And this creator is also found regularly bouncing in between different creators, premieres, and live streams, supporting a lot of other channels as well. Pardon me. We're going to look at Rambling with the Brooms. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Matthew's Bushcraft is in the house. I really enjoyed that last video. I watched it this morning and I commented on it. Matthew's Bushcraft brings us survival skills on their channel, and they did in their latest video they brought us 10 different ways to make a very simple tent for the purpose of camping and shelter. And what I had said to them is I'd seen most of the types of tent that they showed us, but learned a couple of things as well. Nisa Faraway, good to see you in the house as well. Rambling with the Brooms is a beloved and dedicated moderator and member here, another fellow Canadian from closer to our nation's capital of Ottawa. He's always been an advocate for helping others grow, especially when he finds channels under 100 subscribers. I hope everybody will connect with Scott. He's another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter that brings us homesteading content and some famous Canadian winter weather to go along with that. A little bit of travel on his channel, and if you're lucky enough, you might catch him actually in the coming months in the Sugar Shack making some famous Canadian maple syrup. This creator's got some shorts on the channel that have gotten into 3,100, 7,800 views and beyond, and then live streams Thursdays and Fridays. He's found on lots of other people's channels as well. Does a lot of collaborating with others. He's got a special project coming up. It includes a cruise that's going to be going from Seattle to Alaska in the summer, in August of this year, as a matter of fact, like 2025. And they're hoping to book 100 rooms of creators and supporters, and they've got quite a few people on board already, pun intended. Travel Escapes with the Brooms is now over 300 subscribers on this second channel, where he intends on bringing us more travel-based content with a couple of videos and a few shorts already. We'd love to push him towards the 400 he's thinking about. I'll spin the wheel. We'll get another channel up in a second here. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days, and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And then we're looking at New Horizons Above and Beyond. This is a creator who brings us a lot of variety on their channel. They mix things up. They've got a sky view video here. I'll have to see what that is. I've got it in my catch-up list now. That's a playlist I use to keep caught up with creators, of course. Just a fun name for that playlist. And then shorts on this channel. A lot of outdoor content here, but they've gotten into 1,600, 1,900 views and beyond, and then live streams as well. They've experimented with these. We'll see if they're going to bring those back. They said they've got a lot of different things coming up for their channel soon. And then they've got another channel that will be coming soon, so that'll be great to see. Thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. Forgive me for the channels that we're not going to get to today. We tried to get through as many as we can in a 3-hour period, and we'll be back on Sunday again, and we got a special celebration after. Our dear friend Emotion New Soul has a live stream lined up for us after Tuber Chat that day, so lots of opportunity to meet more friends. Forever Goshlin 3004 is going to hit 700 soon. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is up on the screen. And we're going to go over to Cruising on the High Seas and Travel now. You saw me drop that link there. It's also pinned. Anybody can get to it easily. The stream's already running, actually, so we can meet more friends over there when we get there. And I'll be over there in a few minutes. And thank you to our moderators. I know everybody realizes our streams couldn't be what they are if it wasn't for their help. But I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even our friends that run the stream in the background as well. Paralife TV, your everyday wheelchair ninja, is Shane. He's giving us a look at life through a certain perspective. And this creator brings us a variety of content with a lot of do-it-yourself videos and a lot of fitness as well. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 15,000, 19,000 views, and this fellow Canadian from New Brunswick also brings us live streams. I can't tell you how many times I've sat and hung out with him while he's live streaming, and I'll just sit there eating snacks and horrible things that I don't want to admit to while he's working on physical fitness. So Paralife TV is now over 4,000 subscribers, which is great to see, and really happy to have met up with Shane this summer, and we got a chance to talk for a couple hours. Hopefully everybody will connect with him. He's been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter as well. Let's make a quick exit. I'll see you with Cruising the High Seas and Cruising on the High Seas and Travel, and we're back on Sunday. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.